This is LonelyRS. I'm an Iron Man with the absurd goal of completing the entirety of old school RuneScape. From the collection log to the one-time completable things, welcome to Iron Completionist. You guys see this? Bounty Hunter changes are finally here. That's not what I'm excited about. I wasn't sure if it would pass, but now that it has, and it's in the Game Jam updates are finally here. Several months later, and probably several more months later for you, because this video is not going to be uploaded for a minute. That means it's time to go into the collection log and add a bunch of things that I already have that aren't in the log. We're at 1,261 slots currently out of 1561. Now I'm not sure what slots is going to actually let me retroactively add to the log because it did say only specific items. I guess I'll just start going down the list and taking a look because there should be like a lot of stuff that I have from pre-log. I guess there's this new item now that you guys have probably seen a million times by the time this video comes out. It's like a collection log staff. I'm apparently dragon rank, which is, I don't know, looks nice. Although I'm almost positive this is the sprite for the old demon mask. So I don't know about dragon, but it does look cool. First and foremost, I'm going to be just literally depressed if the most important item does not work. I've had this third age robe top for a long time. It's a pivotal part of my outfit and my experience on this game. Please tell me this works. Oh, yes, it works. Oh, thank God. You get the pop-up too. That's sick. Out of the way though, let's wait, you can wear the collection logbook now? What the fuck? That's weird. All right, well, with that out of the way, let's go down the list and see what works. I'm almost positive I have an Abyssal Dagger. Will this work? Hey, there we go. Abyssal Dagger added to the log. Barrows. This will be an interesting one if Barrows works. Barrows Crossbow. Does Barrows items work on this? Barrows items work on it too. Okay, I'm kind of surprised by that. After the thing specifically mentioned that it was like only certain items would work, I was a little worried. All right, so Darok's body, Guthin's body, Varric's skirt. I know I have all of these items. And I know I have this one because the Varric's skirt was my very first Barrows item on this account back in like 2016. And now they are all part of the collection log. God, I love that. And I forgot the Varric's flail. Hang on. And of course, that's Barrows chest green. I mean, you know, hindsight 2020, I'm pretty sure I had this more or less green logged actually when I returned to this account. I think the only thing I was missing was the Aram's robe top, which I now have 5 of. I mean, you know, as Solo Mission always says, the best way to progress your account is to simply wait. After this, you guys are going to truly understand how old my account is because the amount of log slots I have should go way the fuck up. Cerberus, I'm pretty sure I don't have a Jar of Souls. I don't think it's in my POH either. Ziliana, however, I do have a Sardomin's Light and a hilt. So I have the hilt. Do I have a light in the bank? I don't, but I have a Staff of Light, I believe. Yeah, Staff of Light gives me the Sardomin's Light. Beautiful. Sardomin Godsword gives me the hilt. Dagonoth Kings, this one is hilarious. I somehow, since returning to this account, have not had a fucking warrior ring. So does this work? Has the collection log already accounted for that item? I don't think so. So it looks like the warrior ring, for some reason, doesn't work. Maybe it's because it's imbued. Do I have regular warrior rings in here? No, I must have just dropped them. That's fine. That one should be easy to get back. That's a little disappointing, though. All right, Bando's hilt. All right, Granite Gloves. It's weird that almost every boss works, but for some reason the Dagonoth King one doesn't. It's kind of strange. Yara chain skirt. Now this one I'm curious about. So I probably have to get another one, but I'm curious if for some reason Masori Chaps would give it to me. No, that's unfortunate. That means I do actually have to go back to Arma to get it because I just don't have a chain skirt in the bank. Ah, Tome of Fire. This one hopefully works. Oh, Tome of Fire doesn't work? What if I take the pages out? Okay, if I take the pages out, it works. All right, I have to try it now. Okay, so it does not work with imbued items. That's broken, but interesting. I do have a Kodai, I do have Ancestral Bottoms, and a Twisted Buckler, so let's grab all that stuff. All right, thank God that one works. I was gonna be pissed if it didn't. Ancestral Bottoms and the Buckler as well. Beautiful, that is 3 more log slots. Oh my God, this is exciting. Getting all of the items that I, like, deserve to have for so long. I mean, granted, I'm probably gonna go back to Chambers to go for, like, the dust and stuff by doing just CM Chambers, which honestly, I kind of have a temptation to do, but not now. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is just beautiful. Look. Oh, I might have to uncharge the Sang Staff because it's a charged item. But there it is. It's in there. Absolutely gorgeous. Justy. Oh my God, this is so nice. Now, this will be the interesting one. Clue Scrolls. I might have some of this stuff in my POH, and I really hope that Clue stuff works retroactively. All right, so Easy Clues kind of line up because I don't think I really did many of these pre-log because, let's be real, there actually really wasn't a reason to. But let's see. Medium clues, however, I don't know if I stored everything in my POH is the problem, but I'm pretty sure that I nearly green-logged mediums back in the day because I even did them before there was a tracker. I have to be near a bank? Oh my God, that's about to be the most inconvenient thing ever. Oh, that's gonna suck. All right, so I have to get out like a shitload of items here. All right, Adamant Shield H4. That's kind of shitty. All right, it's kind of unfortunate because I'm almost positive I had a lot more of these items items. At the time of doing the clues, it just wasn't really fun to run back and store them all the time. That being said, this should give me like an absolute fuckload of slots here. And pegs hopefully works for rangers. It does. Sweet. So that was like 12 slots that I just gained from that alone. We are still missing a couple of items in here. Unfortunately, like I said, we're missing 8, which is a lot more than I expected to be missing, but I think I just didn't store some of these items, you know? It happens. I wasn't all that interested in storing stuff because back in the day, never expected the collection log to exist. Unfortunately, I think there's literally only one item I can get from the hard slots because I've just done a lot of hard clues since returning this account, which is going to be the Runeful Helm G. Everything else is just, it's the new age stuff that's just stupidly rare. I don't think I'm even missing anything else besides this. Unfortunate there, but I will get it. Elites, maybe there's some stuff in my bank. All right, I got a couple more from hard and elite and master. So Runeful Helm G, the Pisk Scarf, the Anku Mask, which is nice because that one's pretty rare, and then the left eye patch. Now this one I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I'll be amazed if they thought of this. Yeah, I didn't think so. Party Hat and Specs is actually the Sagacious Spectacles, but I'll probably have to ask for that one to be added because that's pretty niche. All right, luckily for me, that one was actually removable on its own, so Sagacious Spectacles added. All right, now it's time to go through the other section and find some stuff in here that I'm sure isn't. God, I forgot how green my log is over here. That's beautiful. Let's go through here and find some stuff. Now this one, this should be a big one if it works. Oh, look at that. 4 items from the heavy ballista. And the best part is that fully greens out Gluff's experiments too, which obviously long overdue. I mean, I have like 3,000 kills there or something. When this moves away, we'll see. Yeah, over 3,000 kills. And that pushed me over 1,300 log slots. Should be some Slayer items here. I don't have an imbued heart. I know I have a mist staff and a leaf bladed battle axe. Do I not have a leaf bladed battle axe? Did I alk it? Did my stupid ass alk all my leaf bladed battle axes? Wow, I'm fucking dumb. All right, maybe, you know, I have the placeholder, Jagex, maybe give it to me for that. I don't think there's any way they'd let me cheese this, but I'm really tempted to try. Just have to know. I have to know. There's no way that they let me do this, but it'd be cool if they did. Fuck. That would have been so nice. Especially for the staff specifically. That would have been so nice. All right, I think these are the last 2 items here. Mist Battle Staff and, lovely, the Dragon Warhammer. That's a nice one. I'm going to wait and see that one pop back up because that's nice. That's nice right there. Actually, there's one more. I think there's one more. I have Anguish and Torture Ornament Kit. I don't know when I got the Torture one. I might already have that in the log. Dismantle it and then use it on the thing. Anguish Ornament Kit as well. All right, I'm going to have to troll through my bank really quick and see if there's anything else that's unaccounted for. Ah, I found one that I missed. Mage's Book. Glad I double checked. That's another slot. Green Logs MTA. Glad I didn't end up getting a second Mage's Book. Kind of heavily regret getting a second Master Wand, but that's okay. I would have had to do the Infinity anyway. Found another one that I missed on the literal first section. Jar of Miasma. I guess I just assumed I would have had that in my POH. 1,307 collections logged now. That is gorgeous. Honestly, I think I would have even gained more items. I gained 46, by the way. It probably would have been like 55 to 60, but there's a handful of stuff like clue-specific items that honestly probably just got kind of lost in the ether over time because you didn't used to be able to store items unless you had like the full set, or certain things just weren't storable. Things like this elegant set, I probably had one piece at one time and one piece at another time, but bank space used to be a massive issue. Gaining 46 slots is just phenomenal. Hit that 47. I'm pretty sure I just missed the Locaine banner the first time around. 47 items. I lied. You know, the nicest thing about the retroactive collection log is that I now no longer really feel uncomfortable with certain AFK grinds because I don't feel like I'm going to be wasting time. For example, I'm probably going to sit here and AFK some Dagonoths to get medium clues. I really hate going for eclectic implings on an iron. It's not fun. And mediums are, in my opinion, one of the more annoying tiers to go for. I did a similar thing right over there with jellies to get hard clues, so why not do it here for mediums and potentially get a couple of dark totems along the way. This is just going to be one of those background tasks that you guys don't see until I'm just randomly opening like 500 medium clues, but you know, here we are. Well, as you guys can see, and as you know, a lot of the grinds that I've been AFKing in this account all end up giving me a good amount of clue scrolls. There's a lot of teleporting, and there's a lot of uses of glories. It's been a long time since I've done it, but I think it's time I go make some more attempts for arguably one of the more useful items on this account for quality of life, the Eternal Glory. It is not a fun grind, but it's a necessary one because it's in the collection log. I'm already well over the drop rate. In fact, just the last time I went for it, I think I charged 25,000 of them. Let's go ahead and throw like 5 to 10,000 charges at it and see if we just happen to get lucky this go around. Oh, that is not a bad day of glory charging, just like like a couple of hours done to get myself started on it here. As you can see in the chat, the way that I'm tracking it is actually by using the like multiple chat lines or chat commands. I can't remember which plugin it is, but it puts a little number next to duplicate messages, and before I log out or turn off my computer every day, I can just write that number down. 1,874 is the amount of glories I charged in this session. Not bad. Admittedly, like most things, this grind has gotten very slightly easier with time, in the sense that I can now just set my left click option to some kind of teleport, have my glories marked so that they're red when they're full charged, and then, you know, manually use one charge on every single glory. In case you guys are wondering, this is how you have to do it as an iron. It's the fastest way to do it. You don't get to just buy, you know, 50,000 glories like you do as main, and the glories can't be 6 charges when you use them on the Fountain of Ruin, so after every inventory, I have to use 1 charge on every glory before I can go back. Alright, that's a pretty chunky session there. 3,740 more glories charged. That's like 5 hours, I want to say, give or take. Probably could have been like 4 hours if I was playing like mega efficiently, but I mean, let's be real. Hard to do content like this mega efficiently. It actually puts us at over 30,000 glories charged. Since I started tracking them, I did a lot before that too. Well, another couple hours, another 1,850 glories charged. Well, I haven't recorded all of the glory charging because I've had some smaller sessions where I just log on for like 30 minutes and do it. I am currently already 10,000 or 11,000 actually glories charged in this video, so we're still grinding. I'm actually not hating it right now because I'm coupling it with some low effort tasks on other accounts and things I'm doing in real life or shows I'm watching, so it's not too bad. I'll probably do like maybe a few thousand more before I call it on this go around. Alright, well, it'd be a shame for me to admit this to you guys, but I've actually already AFK'd myself over 15,000 Dagonoths in this video. Yes, that is embarrassing, and it is a long time. I need something that's full AFK. The reason Dagonoths weren't is because, frankly, after that many Dagonoths, I had a lot of medium clues I had to go do, which I have done, and they're sitting in the bank for probably a future episode. The hard AFK stuff that I'm going to be doing right now is going to be Czar. I'm actually missing the obsidian plate body and obsidian plate legs, which I actually think I can check while I'm shooting stuff now. That's awesome. I'm going to try and get these 2 items. The staff, we'll talk about that at a future date, but this is pretty much just full AFK. Hey, there is a crazy chance that maybe one of these arrows bounces and kills one of these mages and gets me the staff. I'd probably cry with joy. Oh, okay, well, I literally just started, and I've already got an obsidian cape on the ground 2 seconds after I ended that clip, so cool. I guess I'll take it. A little bit of bank value, something to throw in Death's Coffer, I guess. Another cape for the collection. Also, I started bringing a mage switch. I realize I don't need a full mage switch, though, just to heal up, because, you know, I do get hit by these mages, and they do some damage, but it's still pretty AFK. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna get nothing but obsidian capes, so that's another cape. Okay, that's another cape. There's another one for the books. That's a Abby shield, it looks like. Yep, Abby shield. Another cape for the books. That's another cape. I'm gonna have like 500 of these by the time I'm done here. Yeah, another sword. Another Abby cape. Now, I don't know what's going on in this inventory. That's I gotta go get more potions anyway, so I'll just show you guys. This stuff actually, this is not a horrible AFK way to get slots and a little bit of gold. It's next to no effort. Shit, dude, look at the price of these things, man. 3.4 million gold that image. That's crazy. All right, absolutely zero context here, but I'm on my way to the Royal Titans, or whatever the heck these things are called, because it is a duo boss, and I have the opportunity to actually duo it. I have no idea what I'm doing, but let's get some of these combat achievements done, and then I'll come back in the future for the actual drops. It's not so bad. And the drop. Fuck. Hey, I got some pages. Let's go. Claude. Yeah. Now 15 kills. Oh, I got the thingy. That's the teleport, right? That'll actually be very useful when I grind this. Alright, random side projects pushed to the back burner again for now. It is time to make another little push for the glory. I think I'm gonna do like 5,000 more charges this video. That'll put me just over 40,000, give or take, total, according to my little spreadsheet. And that's just since I started like actively tracking it. Again, I don't know where that puts me in reality. It's probably substantially more than that because I did plenty of runs without tracking it. You know what? I charged over 4,000 glories today. That's enough for me. It is so mind-numbing. I need to do something else. It's that time of year. It's trying to replace the tasks again. I'm gonna go back to Nex. I'm gonna stay at Nex until I either get an item or go up to 5,500 Nihil shards. Nothing crazy this time. I'm not gonna want to blow my brains out by the end of it. Just a little bit of a grind. And here we go. You know, in hindsight, I might actually stop right in the middle of this to go get the pre-potion device. We'll see. We'll see. The first kill back is always so bad. Was a rusty ass kill. Holy. The first of the Nihil shards. I don't know what the fuck to record here. I never do, but that puts me over 5.2 thousand. Hey, grats. Hopefully he needed it, because I certainly didn't. Nihil shards. We take those. Yay, Nihil shards. Fuck. Fuck. That's on me. Also, these guys are morons, but that's on me. Well, you know, since I died, I figure this is probably a good a time as any to just go ahead and go back to mastering mixology and get the pre-pot device, or the chugging barrel, or whatever the fuck that thing is called, because, you know, I'm doing a lot of pre-potting here. I do it at TOA. Fuck it. Why not? That could actually end up being somewhat useful. Now, the only thing about this is that I'm pretty sure that the chugging barrel, yeah, it's really fucking expensive. I'm gonna be here for probably quite a while. So I actually kind of figured out something, well, not really figured out, but I mean, everybody who's done mastering mixology knows that for some reason, you get more of the AGA stuff than anything else. I don't know why it works like that. I don't know whose idea it was to make things work like that, but it's really fucking stupid. What I've been doing is, if I get a set of potions that I really just don't like, or it's primarily green, I just do one of them, turn it in, and it skips the entire other set of them. It sounds kind of weird, and maybe it's not necessarily the most efficient. To me, it feels like I'm getting points overall faster that way, because at some point, green points are basically no points. All of the green I have right now, like the 6,000 AGA, I started here with about 5,000, and it's from the last time I was here. It's just leftover. For example, in this one, there's a lot of green in there. I'm just gonna do the triple L, and then just reset the potion stacks. So for like right here, when I turn this in, these ones will disappear, and then I got another shitty one, so I'm just gonna do the ALL one and then skip it again. Now, I don't necessarily have to do the ones on here. I could just make some random potion, but you get even less points for doing that. I understand I'm not getting particular bonuses and blah, 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 but to me, this just feels way better, honestly. All right, that should do it. I've been here for, honestly, a decent bit of time. I didn't realize that this thing would take so long to get, but that should be enough for me to get the chugging barrel. This thing is very expensive. Cool. It's a log slot, which is nice. And to those of you who don't know what this does, I've never actually had one, so I don't exactly know how this works. You put a bunch of potions in here, up to 5 potions, and then you click it, and it drinks them. That's it. I just got to figure out how to load this thing up and whatnot. I'm not really sure. Can I put these in here? Oh, do they have to be unnoted? Oh, that is very cringe if they have to be unnoted. That is also really silly. All right, so this is stupid. Why do you have to load it like this? This makes no sense. All right, at least I can do it from the bank. Okay, so that's kind of nice. All right, so the theory is once you have the potions in here, you just click it, and then it drinks all of them at once. It is an incredibly minor time save, but honestly, it'll just be convenient so I don't ever forget to, you know, use any of my potions or anything like that. And I'll probably forget to use it at most places, but I will drag it into the couple of tabs that I currently remember that I will use it, which is basically like Nex and TOA off the top of my head. I saw Nihil, and for some reason I got excited. It makes no sense because I already have a Nihil horn. But that's more Nihil shards. We're over 5,300 now, if I remember correctly. Nihil shards. Pretty sure that puts us at 5,400, if I remember correctly. Too close to 5,400 already. 3 blood essence and 2 rune swords. What a fucking drop. Insert generic YouTuber statement. Oh my god, rune swords are so rare. They're so much rarer than a drop. I'm pretty sure blood essence are too, actually. It's kind of weird to see both of those items at once. Actually getting really close to 5,500 already. Which means that since I've come back, I already deserve another drop. This is the biggest Chad I've ever seen. I was doing some runs with him just now, and I see him whip out this fucking salamander to break the ice on phase 3 or 4, whatever the fuck that is. That's the funniest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. That's so, look at that, he black salamandered it. It's so fucking funny. Didn't realize my mic was muted there, but you know what Nihil shards means? It means that technically I'm past 5.5k, so I can dip out here. I think I'll stay for like a little longer. I'm learning to do necks and bursts. More Nihil shards. How did... Oh, because I got fucking stacked out. Said I was gonna stay until I got an item. I did say until 5.5k shards, but I also said until I got an item would be a good choice too. Hey, there's another Torva full helm. The 2 drops I've seen, both Torva full helms. At least that one was on his MVP. It feels less bad. It really does. It genuinely feels less bad when someone else gets a drop. It's on their MVP, and it's also Torva full helm that I just do not want. All right, that is another MVP there, but that is going to be my last next kill. I pushed myself over 5,600 Nihil shards, but that's not the reason I'm stopping. It's actually because the chugging barrel, or pre-pot device, or whatever the hell this thing is called, only holds 100 one-dose potions, and mine's empty, which means I've been here for 100 kills, give or take maybe a couple of misclicks. And you know what? That's enough. That's enough for one session of Nex. Unfortunate, somehow didn't even get a drop in that, which isn't, I guess, that crazy, but dry streak continues, I suppose. Well, on the bright side, I did get these 2 elite clues that I can do, and you know, even though I didn't get a drop, Nex is really, really fun. Really fun. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Have a fantastic rest of your day, week, whatever.